Hello, boys and girls. So, I wrote about my vintage computing restoration project. It's a long blog post on my website. There should be a link when you watch this. And the idea really was to extract as much personal data, personal files from my old computers and move them to a modern system. Now, lucky for me, a lot of those vintage computers are nowadays emulated on Windows and in other systems, right? Linux actually is a big player here, and so it was quite easy to actually, or it's now quite easy for me to show you the outcome of that. It was much harder to actually get the stuff off to computers, but you can read that in the blog post. Anyway, I start with the oldest, that's the Amiga. So I was able to get a lot of stuff off the Amiga, and in particular, some of my high school projects. So I managed to get this text here. This was a German literature thesis paper on, and honestly I don't remember, but so it has come out quite well. So this used to be desktop publishing. Huh? I mean, it's crazy how difficult this would be today. But yeah, so, this is how we worked. Right? You have one page here, then you have the next page, and you have wait in between. Then if you want to type something, oh, look, here it says, oh, let's try this. Let's make it 90, see if this works. Oh yeah. Can we type? Yeah, so I'm not sure I still remember. Oh yeah. Oops. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, well, that's not exactly fast. Okay, never mind. So this is that. Desktop publishing. This is actually in the 80s, not even the 90s. Okay. Then moving on, I have some other goodies, right? I was able to get some pictures, so I did like a paper on Sir Francis Drake. I remember that. Oops, that's not. Oh, yeah, I need this app and I don't have it. But maybe this works. I put it on here. No, it doesn't. I need to launch this. Then I need to drag it over here. Yes. Ah, okay, it's the same. Then this is another school project I did. I mean, so this was in high school. Think about that, a long time ago. Then we had remember this? We did some. We tried to do an advertising campaign for Savanine, so I scanned that for some reason. So lots of cool, good stuff here. I also have source code, and I in fact have one of my little programs somewhere. The whole thing is actually kind of cool because, wow. Yeah, I'm not going to show the little program I wrote, but anyway, so this is the Amiga. As I said, I was able to restore a lot of stuff from the Amiga. So the next thing I want to talk about is the next computer. This system was very important for me because it was the entry point into my corporate world, into my corporate life, not into my corporate world, but in a sense also into my corporate world because later I started a little company and I used those systems as foundation. But it was an entry point into my corporate life because I started working at UBS and I did some software development. So there's a lot of stuff that I had written, not a lot, but a couple of things. So this, for example, this is this copy too. This is something I had written, and I don't really know why I did that, but it's a long time ago. We still had floppy disks, and copying floppy disks was difficult. So this is 1994. It's kind of cool to look at this now. It's a long time ago. But then the other thing that's also really cool is there's a lot of data, a lot of files on here. And just to show you, right, we have WordPerfect files on here. Let's see, there's something about programming. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's empty. There's nothing on here. Okay. Then, well, let's see what else we have here. I'm not going to open up personal, but let's see. Solent. Oh, yeah. It's got to be something very neutral. Ah, okay. So I don't know what I did there, but funny to look at the dates, right? 1993. Very cool. Very cool stuff. There's also a couple of you know, other documents, other applications. This here, for example, Stundenplan. So this has to be my class schedule. Ah, okay. It's very simple. No dates here. Would have been cool if we had seen some. Then FrameWaker was the giant in desktop publishing at the time for the next. I have a tough time with the mouse cursor. The emulation is not perfect because it's losing the mouse all the time here. Let's go back here. It's not in sync with the mouse pointer. And let's take a look at one of these documents. Frame template. Still here. I don't want to know what that is. I'm not going to open it. Frame template. That seems like harmless. Oh, I may not open. Yeah, okay, that's not exactly exciting. Let's see. Let's go and look for something else while we can. Frame template we looked at. How about no name? How about this one? I don't know what that is. Ah, so we need to upgrade. Okay. Ah, that's some sort of form. Okay, interesting. Good. Anyway, so we're perfect. There's a little phone application I've seen. There's a lot of stuff on here, so I'm not going to go into everything. We also have some source code, which is kind of cool. If I go to developer here, there's quite a bit of source code that I had written or that I had incorporated from others. So just looking at this, it sort of well, gives me not goosebumps, but I recognize some of these things even after 30 years. Yeah, but I already tried to compile some of it. The thing is, I still think I like some tools to do that. Oh, is this a Motorola? Oh, look at that. This could even... Oh, that's very primitive. Oh my god, it's a simple mod front end. Okay, never mind. Gosh. But next came with Interface Builder and Project, and this was really back then sort of the state-of-the-art development environment. And I remember I used this on a daily basis for a couple of years. Let's take a look at some of the paper control, some of the source code here. Oh, and it's German comments. Wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this looks like code that I would have written. Okay. Wonderful. All right. Good. So this was the next. I hope this was insightful. As I said, there's so much stuff on here. There's actually also stuff from friends of mine, and I have source code from friends of mine, and I have binaries. All right, this here is a binary from one of my friends. Anyway, I want to move on. I want to show you the Apple as the last one here. So this is the shaver emulation for PowerPC Macintosh from the early 90s. This actually came off a Quadro 700, which was Motorola based, but there was a PowerPC card inside the Quadro. So most of these binaries are in fact PowerPC binary. I have no personal data on here, but anyway, it was quite cool to see stuff like this, a Photoshop version 3.0, quite amazing. Then some other goodies, there's MacDraw, there's somewhere I have seen Norton Disk Doctor. Oh yeah, of course, there's Excel, right? So this is Excel version 4. And the emulation is actually quite good, surprisingly good. There is also somewhere, I hope to see, this SCSI director. I used to work a lot with SCSI while I did this restoration. So this is actually, I used this tool once. What else do we have here? Just play. No, I'm still looking for that Norton Disk Doctor because it's really hilarious. Oh, I think it's here. Yeah, so stuff like Amiga jazz tools. That's yeah. Well, I may not be able to find it, but Microsoft. No. Not this. Yeah, okay. No, so we cannot. I cannot find it right now. Ah, this is the SCSI vector from before, but I know I have it here somewhere. This is the other challenge. This when you haven't used the system for such a long time, you literally forget everything about them. Utilities, yes, here. So Norton Disk Doctor. So I can actually run this on my virtual hard disks. Oh, which this actually goes really fast. Oh, I should actually repair this. Okay. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna stop this now. So as I said, I was able to restore most of my data from all these systems, and not so much from the Mac because I didn't have any personal data, but from the Amiga and from the NEX, which was quite important to me. And my advice, if you want to do something like this, read my blog post, look at what I had to go through, all the hoops, and start early because the stuff I needed is going to be gone quite soon in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.